studies, and other dignitaries in absentia, research scholars and students. The title of my paper is Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's contribution to legal interreligious harmony, a study of some prophetic traditions and synonyms. It starts with the introduction. Then I have divided my paper into sub-themes: Islamic initiatives to interreligious harmony, then the Quranic approach, prophetic approach to interreligious dialogue, some prophetic traditions I have mentioned related to the interfaith dialogue, and then some seerah events which highlight the importance and significance of interreligious dialogue.
Can I request if you just start and end with referring to certain seerah events, usually to the topic?
You have listened to the meaning and significance and all these things, and some Quranic verses and prophetic traditions. I will directly come to. I will just highlight some points. There are many narrations which elucidate the constructive approach of the Prophet ﷺ towards the people of different religions belonging to different ethnicities living in Medina and outside. Like there is a narration narrated by Urwa bin Zubair. He says that once the Prophet was sitting with his wife Aisha and a few companions. A group of Jews passing them and said, Assalamu alayka, which means may death be upon you. The Prophet kept silent and did not respond to the Jews. But Aisha responded with anger by saying, Wa alayka wa alaykum wa la'natullahi wa ghadaballahu alaykum, which means that same to you as well, as may Allah's curse and anger be upon you. On hearing this, the Prophet persuaded Aisha by saying that Allah loves gentleness, Aisha. Prophet ﷺ would receive the elders and the elders of the Quraysh and the elders of the Medinan society while giving them dawah. So he would receive them with honor and welcome them and listen to their questions. He would remain gentle and sober and polite while giving answers to them. He is reported to have said that Anzilun Nas Manazilahum, that is, treat the people according to their ranks. There are many prophetic important seerah events which highlight the significance of interfaith dialogue. I will directly come. There are like the dialogue between the Muslims with the Najashi. He was the ruler of Habsha, modern Ethiopia, and which later just the dialogue between the Najashi and the Muslims ended up with Najashi embraced Islam eventually, and he died as a Muslim. And another incident was important event of Abdullah bin Salam's acceptance in Islam. He was one of the renowned Jews of the Medina, and in the initial days of Hijrah, he approached Prophet ﷺ and posed some questions. Prophet ﷺ listened him calmly and gave answer to his questions one by one convincingly, which rendered Abdullah bin Salam's acceptance to Islam. Then the Misaq Medina, I will leave these Christians from Najran came to the Prophet in the 10th of Hijrah, which is called Amul Wufud, the year of delegation. They came, 60 Christians came. Prophet ﷺ permitted even them to just pray in the Masjid al-Nabi according to their own creed. This was a sign of the constructive approach of Prophet ﷺ towards maintaining harmonious and peaceful society in the Medina Park. And the set dialogue ended up with a peaceful pact which promised complete protection of Christians, their wealth, nationality, creed, and religious places. Then at the end, I have highlighted and I have tried to derive some important prophetic characteristics of interfaith dialogue. What is dawah oriented? What does that mean? Is that while making dialogue with the non-Muslim Prophet, it is evident that Prophet's objective was none other than to invite them towards Islam. This was the first characteristics of the Prophet. All the dialogues which he initiated were not based on his self-interest, rather to uphold his responsibility as the messenger of Allah. Second one is principle oriented. What does that mean? That means that he did not carry dialogues by compromising the basic fundamentals and tenets of Islam. He maintains his soft approach, but the main tenets of Islam were never been the subject for negotiation. I will give a single example. In this year of delegation, a delegation came to the Prophet from Taif. This Sakif usko kaha jata hai. They came and they presented some proposal before the Prophet. So one of the proposals was that their idols should not be directed to break down the idols by themselves. Prophet ﷺ accepted this proposal and then said, we should be exempted from offering salah. Prophet ﷺ responded that La khayra fi deen la salata fi. There is no good in the religion without salah. So we never compromise it. The last one is the honesty and respect, the openness. Prophet ﷺ remained always polite and humble and gave ample opportunity to the non-Muslims, to the interlocutors to question him and would provide him sufficient time for decision making. And in the conclusion, I have tried to highlight some points. That is, he was a true example of engaging and maintaining harmonious and maintaining a dialogue with the people belong to different ethnicities. If prophetic mission is understood properly, all the religious conflicts we see today, hatred, enmity, mistrust will be minimized. And Islam is a universal religion which recognizes and encourages dialogue between the people belonging to different faiths. I will conclude with a quotation from the famous Irish playwright and pretty political activist. His name was George Bernard Shaw. He says in his book Genuine Islam about the Prophet ﷺ that he must be called the savior of the humanity. He says, I believe that if a man like him were to assume the dictatorship of the modern world, or he would succeed in solving its problem in a way that would bring it much needed peace and happiness. So there is a need to propagate the approach, the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ in a well scientific way. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Now I invite Mr.